Hi and welcome back to a new video by the DevScorch platform. So I'm Johan, I will be your host this evening, and in this video we're actually gonna work with SwiftUI and we're gonna build a form, but the form has different kinds of sizes with different kinds of text fields. This is like a form that I'm gonna use for my new overtime app, and I want to show you guys how you can create a really nice and beautiful form with different sizes, different text fields with different sizes and so on. So, in the description you will find a URL to my CDN, and on the CDN you can find the SwiftUI starter project and the finished project. If you want to code with me on this, download it and open the starter project. So, first thing we're gonna do, welcome back to our SwiftUI. If you have seen other SwiftUI tutorials from me, this looks a little bit familiar. If not, I will give you guys a really small walkthrough. So here on the left side, we have our folder inspector and file inspector. Here on the left side we have our code editor. Here on the right side our preview mode, and on this side we have our identity inspector. Okay, so when we work with text fields, we actually also want to show some data, right? So we want to have some data that we can save or that we can send to somebody. And for that, we're actually gonna create some state variables. So above the var body, we're gonna create a state variable of name, of string, and this is an empty string. Then we have state var last name of string is equal to empty string. Oh, and another state variable of company name. Company name is also a string and is an empty string. State var address is a string, also an empty string. Then we have a zip code, so add state var zip code as a string, also an empty string. And two more. Then we have add state var city, it's also a string. And last but not least is state var veld of string. Perfect. Okay, so we created some state variables. These state variables we can connect to our text fields later. Okay, so inside the body we're gonna delete the text. Gonna create some space, and in there we're gonna create a ZStack. And the reason why we are using a ZStack is because we want to give it a really nice background color, and we want to stack two different stacks on top of each other. So in this case a ZStack, and on there we're gonna stack a vertical stack, so a VStack. But first we're gonna give this a color, so color, or red, green and blue. Then we're gonna give it red of 245-255. Then we have green, it's gonna be 249-255. And blue is gonna be 249-255. And we have to change the green because I made a little mistake. This is gonna be 45. Let's run the simulator so that we can actually see what happens. And under there, we're gonna give this an HSignore save area.all. And what this does is we're gonna drag the whole ZStack from left to right and from top to bottom, and it actually ignores the safe zones. So in this case, when you open this on an iPhone 11 or an iPhone 12 or 12 Pro, the safe areas are actually the same color. Okay, so we created our edges ignoring save area, and under there we're gonna create our VStack. We're gonna give this a VStack, and we're gonna give this some spacing. Spacing, and we're going to give this a spacing of 10.0, curly braces, And now we're actually gonna put in here, we're gonna put some text. So we're gonna call text, and with a string, and in here we're gonna write set up your invoice, because Overtime is my is an invoicing app that I'm building, and I'm actually, while building the app, I'm actually showing you guys how I built the UI with SwiftUI. And we're gonna give this text of bold, and we're gonna give this a font dot title. Perfect. And last but not least, we're gonna give this a foreground color of color red, green, and blue, and that's gonna be 57-255. For green, it's gonna be 57-255, and last but not least, also 57-255. Pretty cool. Under there, we're gonna put text, and we're gonna write here, first we set up your invoice. Wait, we're gonna change this to user information for creating your future invoices. Perfect. Okay, under there, I'm gonna give this multi-line text alignment, and we're gonna give this a dot center. With this, you can actually center your text that is inside the text view. Under there, we're gonna give this some padding of 10. And last but not least, we're gonna give this a font dot system, and we're gonna give this a size of 12. Pretty cool. This looks really nice. Okay, so under the text, we're gonna create an HStack. So in HStack, that's a horizontal stack, right? So this means that everything that we put in a horizontal stack is actually gonna stack horizontally instead of vertically. So in this case, HStack, and inside there, we're gonna create a new VStack. So VStack. Oh, as you can see, we have to use the proper methods. And inside the VStack, first we're gonna give the VStack an alignment. So alignment, and we're gonna give this an alignment dot leading. And inside the VStack, we're gonna write a text with a value of name. We're gonna give this a font dot caption. Oh. After that, we're gonna give this a multi-line text alignment of dot leading. So this way we actually force it to align to the left. Under there, under the text, we're actually gonna write a text field. And we're gonna add an empty string, comma. And after the empty string, we're gonna write text, and the text is gonna be $name. So this means what we did here, we actually called the state variable here, and we connected it to our text field. For the people who actually like to work with UIKit, as you can see, this is a lot easier than working with UIKit and connecting AB outlets and stuff like that. But this is really, really cool. So what we can do under there, we're gonna call .frame. We're gonna give this a width of 0, and we're gonna give this a height of 35. Okay, so what we did, we gave this a width of 0. This means that the text field is actually gonna accept a variable width. So what this actually does, it takes the width that it is able to take. So for example, let's say the width of the of your device is 100 pixels, right? For example. In this case, it has a width of 0 over a width of 0. And when you add like a second text field, and the text field has like a width of 70, right? For example. This text field is actually gonna take, instead of the 70, it's gonna take 30. So this is a little bit how you can like work with different sizes next to each other. Pretty interesting. So, okay, let's style this a little bit. So after the dot frame, we're gonna check, where is it? It's there. So we're gonna give this a background of color. Dot white. After the background, we're gonna give this a font of font. And on the font we're gonna do dot system, and we're gonna give this a size of 16, right? 16, yeah, pretty cool. Under there we're gonna give it a multi-line text alignment of dot center. And last but not least, we're gonna give this a corner radius of 22. Pretty cool. Okay. After that, so we have our text field. Then we're gonna check where the VStack ends. That's over here. Let's check. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. This one, we need this one. So after the VStack in the horizontal stack, we're gonna create a new VStack. We're gonna give this an alignment of dot leading. Open it up. Gonna create some space here. Okay. And inside that VStack, we're gonna give it a text of string, and this is gonna be last name. Okay. And what we can do here, we're actually gonna need the same information that we have here. So we can actually copy and paste this. Normally you don't do this, you don't copy and paste, but for the video it's actually a little bit easier. Okay, so, and this is why, because otherwise if I'm gonna write the whole code myself with you guys, this is gonna be in our video, and I'm sure we don't want that. So we just copy and paste it, and okay, so we did that. After that we're gonna check where the horizontal stack ends, and that is the, if you're working with me, that's on the bracket on line 60. And we're gonna give this a padding. Oh. And in that padding we're gonna give it a horizontal, dot horizontal, comma 2.0. And we're gonna give this another one, and that's, no, that's it actually. We can leave it like this. So as you can see, it really starts to look like something. So instead of writing the whole code, I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna actually copy paste this HStack, but first we're gonna change this one. So the text in TextField to last name. So that now that one is also connected to the state variable up here. So we're gonna check where the HStack is. That's this one. Gonna copy and paste it under there. Perfect. Gonna create some space. Okay. So let's check. That's all okay. So we're gonna change the text from the name, and we're gonna change that to company name. Perfect. We're gonna change this, so the state variable, to company name. Oh, I need this little one there. So this one also has a width of 0. So now this is actually the same as above. Then we're going to change this one. And a company name after that is going to be address. Pretty cool. And we're going to change this one to $address. So that one is also connected. And now we're going to copy this HStack. We're going to paste that one under there as well. And we're going to change company name to zip code. And we're going to connect this one to the zip code as well at the state variable, so zip code. Pretty cool. For the rest, we're going to leave everything the same. Okay. And after the zip code, we're going to need the city. Okay. And we're going to change the state variable here to city. So that's connected as well. For the zip code, we're going to change the width to 102. Perfect. So as you can see in the preview, the zip code here is now smaller than this one. And because we gave this a fixed width, the other text field with the value of width 0 is actually going to fill up all the space that is left over. So for example, we're going to change this one to 400. Oh, that's too big. Maybe 250. Hey, 250. As you can see now, the city is smaller. So this is like a really easy way to build like a form with different kinds of text fields under each other and besides each other with different sizes. Pretty cool. And let's change this back to 102 because the zip code is not that long. Okay, we changed the city as well. And now we're gonna copy and paste this HStack one more time. So copy and paste. Okay, and under there we have the VAT number. So we can actually delete one VStack. So we're gonna delete the last VStack because we don't need it. And we're gonna change this one to VAT number. And we're gonna give this a width of 0. Okay. For the rest looks everything nice. Pretty cool. Okay, and last but not least, under there we're gonna create a new HStack. Right. Yeah, HStack. And inside there we're gonna create a button. And inside the button we're gonna call action. Then curly braces, open it up, and in here we're gonna do a print test. And after the last braces on line 132, we're gonna open to some more braces, and we're gonna give it the text, right, so that we know a little bit what's in there. So text, and in here we're gonna write save, because we actually want to save the information, in this case, to our core data model that I'm writing. And under there, dot frame width. It's a width of 260, comma, a height of 35. And we're going to give this an alignment. Alignment of dot center. Another dot. Foreground color is dot white. And after that we have a background of color red, green and blue, and red is going to be 19-255, green is going to be 18-255, and blue is going to be 88-255. Pretty cool. Let's give this a corner radius. of 15. Very nice. Okay. And let's give this a font. So dot font dot system dot size. Oh, no dot size, just size, sorry. Size of 15. Pretty cool. Okay. So under there we're gonna add some extra padding to the HStack. So dot padding dot horizontal, comma 10. Okay. Pretty cool. Where's the ZStack? That's this one. Then we're going to need the VStack over here. Okay, so the last but not least, what we need to do here, in identity we're going to select the VStack here. Then here on the left and on the padding, on the left and right, we're going to give this a padding of 10. Now as you can see, this looks really amazing. This looks really clean. Let's see how this looks in the simulator. So let's open up the iPhone 12 Pro. So as you can see, it looks really nice. Let's see how this looks in this preview. Just to check if it looks also really nice on the iPhone 11. Okay, so sorry, my Mac just crashed, so I had to restart everything. But as you can see, we created a really nice form. As you can, on the iPhone 12 Pro, it's actually a little bit too small. We actually have to make it a little bit bigger, and we have to align a little bit more. But that's not what this video was about. I just wanted to show you guys how you can actually build a really nice and easy form with like text fields that have like variable width. So in this case, it doesn't matter what you change. So for example, we're going to change the name. We're going to change the width to 300. As you can see, you give it a width, and the other text field inside the same horizontal stack is actually going to fill up the space it has left. This is really cool if you want to write like really big and nice forms. It's really cool. And yeah, I think we did a good job here. This is a little bit how forms work. It's really easy. Maybe next time I'm going to make a video how we can actually space everything so that it really looks nice on the whole screen. And maybe next time I'm going to show you guys how you can use some core data in SwiftUI. For now, this is the end of the video. I'm going to celebrate Christmas tomorrow, so I go to bed early. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. I hope you understand a little bit how we can actually work with text fields, how it works with horizontal stacks, vertical stacks, and so on. So, if you like this video, give the like, give the thumbs up. If you want to help me grow this channel, make sure to subscribe. And I'm gonna try to make 2 or 3 videos a week on SwiftUI, UI kit, and some basic Swift coding. And yeah, just help me to grow my channel so that more people can actually enjoy my coding videos. So I hope to see you next time, and I wish you all a really good Christmas, or Merry Christmas, as you can say, guys say in English, and already a very good New Year. See you next time.